Welcome back to another episode. Look what just found. This is episode 781, and we're finally getting to another bank wrapped. And I think it says 2023 there, but I don't think these are. That doesn't look like. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. I don't think. Well, let's find out what they are before I start making all kinds of assumptions. No. Okay. Okay. Oh boy, what a. There's some mornings, man, when I'm just Jesse messy, man. All right, but with this, we got a lot of copper in here, and that's awesome for a bank wrap penny roll. That's exactly what you want to see. Well, copper always towards the bottom for some reason. I have no idea why. I'd love to see what the process is of the wrapping machines at some of these big banks. Misaligned die, our first one on one side. Yeah, I only had a sip of my coffee so far. And I think those are my best videos, the ones where as soon as I wake up, I do a video. 2015. It's kind of shiny. What do you think? Nah. A 17p. Yeah, it is what it is. So how are you all doing out there in the world? I know that my channel reaches people all over the world, and it gets translated. Here's our first copper penny. It's a nice one too. Look at that. Look at the edge. And it's nice to see. I get people who leave comments in different languages. I don't know what they're saying. It's pretty shiny. I could use translate. Oh, here goes a 2023. You gotta check for the extra V. No, extra V. But it is a 2023, and as you know, I've mentioned this probably in every single video for the past couple weeks. I am now saving the extra V's for when I do. Look at that. A dirty copper. All right, we'll keep that. I have a place where I keep the dirty coppers. Dirty zincs I don't keep though. It's so weird. Was the dirty one a 74 Denver? That is so odd in a bank wrap roll to find two copper pennies of the same date. Right? Because look at in front of his nose. So odd. What's going on there? Grease? Same thing with his, is it not die clash, right? No. What is going on there? Interesting. I don't think it has any value. I've never seen. I mean, if it was like really disappeared, like probably half the face, that would be something different, That's copper penny number 3. Let me see how you're supposed to see the nose line, right? Look at that nose. Is it this one? No. All right, look at that nose line. Almost like a strike through or something, or a die clash. Let me take a picture of it, actually. If it was a strong die clash, that would be something different, you know, then it would definitely have value. You know, if you saw the bar from the columns on the reverse, it goes in 88. Look at the strong bubbles, gas bubbles, blisters. Ridge ring, strong ridge ring on the reverse also. Top penny number 4. Floating roof on the 69D. A lot of copper, like I said, a lot of copper. This is a beauty. No real errors yet. $2009. I'm telling you, I really like these bank wrap rolls. 2024 shiny. Really shiny. Like, here's another one. What do you think? 2024? 22. I used to find them like this all the time before, like in 2024, and I didn't save them. I didn't save them. I didn't know they were going to stop making pennies either, so they were really like super worthless. That's cop pain number 5, 6. Let's make it 7. Another 69 Denver. This one does not have the floating roof. I guess that's why they used to consider it an error. Another copper penny melting into the rim. That's like number 8, I think. A lot of copper from this bank wrap roll. That's tremendous. This is an older roll, for those of you who are wondering. When I say older roll, I mean 6 months, a year ago. It's been lying around for a long time. I have to say, I'll share this with you guys. For the past like couple months, I mean, I have brought some, like when I went to the bank a few times and they gave me like $10, I just brought it straight up to my, because I already packed up the pennies downstairs into boxes. So when I went to the bank and they said, "Here's $10," I just, or you know, $5 or whatever, I just brought them to the office. And for the past like at least 2 months, which is 60 days or $30 for the past $30 over a box. I've been doing what I have lying around my office, and I probably have at least another 20, 30, not bucks, but 50, 20, 30 rolls. So I have not even touched yet cop penny number, is that 11? Yeah. I have not even touched yet the boxes of pennies I have in another 2023. This one has some stuff on it, but I'll still put it in there. I'll put it with the other 2023. It's not, it just has some dirt on it, but it doesn't look like it's that bad. So, I mean, it's not a big deal. We're talking about whatever, 5, 10, 20, $30 in pennies, you know? Not a big deal. But, you know, I'm pretty secure in my penny collection. How many I got? I got so many. I think I spoke about it in yesterday's video. I believe I had $55. I have to do the count. I'm pretty sure it's $55. 55 boxes of pennies, bank wrapped and non-bank wrapped. Mostly customer wrapped that I put into. I think I did a video on it. I bought. How many did I buy? I bought 50 boxes. I did do a video on it. I bought 50 boxes of corrugated penny boxes, and I put all my and I used like 45 of them or something like that. Another 2023. I used like 45 boxes of those out of those 50 boxes. I have like 4 or 5 left downstairs. Oh, what a beauty, man. This is what I'm talking about. And you know, what happens is, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to start keeping the boxes of pennies. The boxes, like when I use them, I'm probably gonna have to keep them so that when I go through them, I could throw like, oh, I could put them back in the box and sell them by the box, or just use them as storage containers. That's the nicest one we found so far. I think that's 13. This is like the type of penny roll that you wouldn't mind paying $5 for. It's so interesting. It has such a variety of coins in it. Not coins, you know what I mean, of pennies. Too bad this is dirty. That looks like a dice spike. I don't know if it is or not. Probably isn't. Doesn't matter. You got so much copper out of it. Anyway, these videos one day are gonna be like 98. Be nice if I had a wide AM. It does not. It's not that shiny. It's pretty shiny. I'll put this. It's shiny enough. I'll use that. I'll throw that into the tube. One day these videos are gonna be like super weird. What an interesting reverse. I wish it has the flared G. Let me look at that under loop. I don't think it does. It does not. It's a nice looking coin though. I wonder if I can. It's pretty shiny on the edge. I'll probably hold on to this one as a shiny Lincoln Memorial. I mean, I already have like what, 7,000 videos. So in another 10 years, I'll have like what, 70,000, which is pretty insane if you think about it. So I'm gonna probably do a documentary on my channel one day and be like, what the absolute heck did you do for these past 10 years? You made over 50,000 videos. How is that even remotely possible? And I'll just be like, I'll tell everybody the same thing I tell my son. You know, I tell my son Christian, I tell him all the time, I say, you got to find something that you like and you got to commit to it. You know, if you like it, it should be a little easier to do. And you just have to make it part of your daily routine, and you have to cut out your bad habits. Most people out there don't have bad habits, you know. But for those of you who do, whatever it is, whatever type of addiction it is, food, whatever, man, whatever, drugs, alcohol, gambling, whatever it is, get help. You know, definitely pray. prayer can definitely be the some people you know need, I don't want to say more than prayer because that's not true, but but they use prayer in conjunction with other types of support, and I would highly recommend it because you'll never, become very, very difficult. A very quick story. When I was younger, I had a friend who was an electrician, and this dude made money hand over fist, you know? He was a very successful electrician. And he used to always tell me about his friend who was like the number one plumber in New York City. If you're from New York City in the 90s and you were a plumber, you would know who this guy is. That's how famous he is. I don't know his name, but he was like a savant when it came to plumbing. People would call him up and pay him super money to do like blueprints for for like skyscrapers, or to look not to do blueprints for skyscrapers, excuse me, for doing the plumbing portion of the schematics for large buildings and skyscrapers and stuff like that. And if they had a problem, they would call him, and he would get paid. I remember hearing a couple of times that he got paid, and they were talking about in the 90s. He got paid like $100,000 to fix a problem, right? Like they would say, "There's no water coming out of here. What's going on?" And the building would be like halfway put up, and he would look at the blueprints or the schematics or what have you, and he would walk and he would fix the problem in like a few hours, and he'd have a check for like 100 grand, and he would go straight to like Atlantic City, and he would party, and he'd blow it, and he'd blow it, and he would blow it. He would blow $100,000 that he just made in cash because it was a check, right? So the check would go right into his account. So this dude should have been like billionaire. You know what I mean? Right? If you do even, and but because of his bad habits, um, he couldn't realize his full potential. You know, so when I get asked 5, 10 years from now, how'd you do 50,000 videos? I'm gonna say, I applied myself, I stood committed, and I didn't have anything impeding my progress. The end is so interesting. Almost looks like extra thickness, but there's no solid line. It's more like you can see on the bottom of the C, there's that mechanical doubling. No big deal. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. It's a great penny roll hunt. We really did not find any errors or anything like that, but we found some shinies, 2017 P, 2009, and a bunch of copper. What's this? Last penny, I forgot to look at it. Imagine this was the copper 83, like they found in on Rob Fine's treasure. He didn't find it, but someone sent it to him to submit for him. And they said it's like an $8,000 penny in AU condition. It's funny, right? Because on the front it looks like copper, but on the reverse it looks like you can always weigh it. That's really the only the only way to be 100% sure is to weigh it. But I'm 99%. It doesn't look like copper, really. Just doesn't look like copper. 2.5, yeah. But if you're questionable, you weigh it. That's all. Same thing. We get 82s, and that's really it. Those are the only ones you really need to weigh. But the obverse is interesting. I might take a picture of his profile. Just interesting looking. Okay, God bless. Episode, what did I say, 781? Yeah. God bless. Don't forget. Don't ever forget that. And I'll see you in the next one.